November 29, 1947. We sat on the balcony of the large hall of the United Nations General Assembly. The delegation sat in front of us, a map of the world was fixed on the wall, and in front of it was the podium of the Brazilian chairman, Dr. Arania. Next to him sat Trygve, the UN Secretariat General.
Here in the Assembly, not us.
Our patience and hopes were running out. We needed 2/3 of the nation's votes for the victory we so longed for. We were concerned that someone would not keep their promise. At last, the moment finally arrived. In just a few minutes, perhaps all of our dreams would come true.
To vote. Those who are in favor will say yes, those who are against will say no. And the abstainers always they know what to say. We will start it now.
Afghanistan, no. Argentina, abstention. Australia, yes. Belgium, yes.
Bolivia, yes.
At the end of World
Brazil?
War II, Europe's displacement camps housed 250,000 Jewish refugees, all of them yearning to set foot in the land of Israel. But between them and the promised land stood the white paper. The Yishuv decided to put up a struggle, to accelerate the resistance movement and to break the sea blockade. In 1947, the situation reached a breaking point. The British lost their famous English school and with it the control over the land of Israel. In February, Britain requested from the United Nations Secretariat to convene a special General Assembly meeting regarding the land of Israel. The General Assembly decided to appoint a special committee.
El Salvador, abstention. Ethiopia, abstain. France, yes.
I call on the public, and I hope that you will not have any interference on the voting on the debate. I am confident on the way you will behave in a so serious decision taken by this assembly, because I am decided not to allow anybody to interfere in our decisions.
Greece, no. Guatemala, yes.
On June 14, 1947, an 11-member team of the Special UN Committee, the UNESCOP Commission, landed at Lod. Upon arrival at Tel Aviv, the first modern Jewish city, the Commission discovered a metropolis with a bustling city life. Tel Aviv's trademark, the city that never sleeps, was quite evident even then. Tel Aviv of 1947 boasted 12 theaters, an orchestra, an opera, a municipal museum, and various associations for authors and artists. Georg Garcia Granados, one of the Commission's members, remarked, "After seeing the people of Tel Aviv completely fill up the city square and its surrounding streets, the significance of our presence and our part in the fate of this Jewish nation was very clear to us."
Ukraine, yes. South Africa, yes. Soviet Union, yes. United Kingdom, abstain. The United States, yes.
Prior to their departure to Zurich to formulate a draft of their decision, some of the Commission's members witnessed the deportation of immigrants who arrived on the Exodus. The recommendations of the Commission called for the partition of the land of Israel and the establishment of a Jewish state. The General Assembly convened during the last week of November. There was no guarantee that the Commission's recommendations would be approved. A 2/3 majority of the Assembly, it seemed like an impossible mission. November 29th was an ordinary Saturday in Tel Aviv. If there was any tension in the air, it wasn't felt. Not even one theater in Tel Aviv canceled its scheduled performances. Pickup Girl, starring Chana Miron and Yossi Adin, premiered at the Camry Theater. The Habima featured Ghosts by Ibsen. Lila Lo presented The Tracklin, and Taylor of Groningen at Ohel Theater. The Eden Cinema announced that the movie The Blind Venus was completely sold out. During the evening, crowds began to head towards the Star of David Square to hear the latest information broadcast via loudspeakers directly from the editorial rooms of the newspapers.
Yes. Venezuela? Yes. Yemen? No. Yugoslavia? Abstain. 4, 6, 8, 10.
The resolution of the DAC Committee for Palestine was adopted by 33 votes, 13 against.
The vote took only 3 minutes and spanned over 2,000 years of exile. The dream of Jewish people for generations had come true. The crowd spontaneously began dancing the Hora. It was one of Zionism's, Tel Aviv's finest hours. The nations of the world recognized the right of the Jewish people to return to their homeland after 2,000 years of exile. The circle was finally closed.